Hi, I'm Shay. I'm an illustrator and art creator here on YouTube, and for the longest time, I've been promising the opening of my Patreon and building a Discord server for you guys, and I'm here to finally announce that it is open. Woo! Let's go! Only took like over a year, but we're finally here, I guess. That's what matters. But before we got to this point, there was a lot to do to polish things up, make things cute, make them functional, especially to get it ready for you guys. So in this video, I just want to go through the behind the scenes of designing some Discord emotes and some banner artwork for the server. So let's just get into it. I've never drawn any sort of emote or Discord related cosmetics before, so I went to the one place that I pretty much learned all of my art skills from, YouTube. I watched multiple videos by the creators Shy Fox, Catliente, and I think I also watched a Lavender Town video, so if you need some tutorials, I would highly recommend looking at those creators. I'm definitely still a beginner, so I'll have those tutorials linked down in the description if you guys are interested, but I took some notes from those creators and also gathered a ton of inspiration on my Milanote board, including emote art from other artists, but also some general style inspirations from Tamagotchi, Cookie Mama, and Animal Crossing, mainly studying facial proportions, how emotions are depicted, how they're exaggerated, and overall just trying to fuse all of what I learned from YouTube combined with these references and trying to make my own taste to create a style that I really liked. The main emotes that I wanted to create were your basic laughing, waving, thumbs up, tired, anxious, ones that you see in a lot of emote packs online, and I wanted this emote of myself to be in kind of like a chef's uniform or like chef's attire, since the whole theme of the Discord server is a kitchen. It's called Shay's Kitchen. I struggled at first trying to get a somewhat consistent style that I liked for the expressions and did a ton of warm-up doodles and exploratory sketches. I don't typically do a lot of chibi style art, so there's definitely a big learning curve, but I eventually got to a style that I liked. So I think my favorite one so far is probably the coffee one, because I feel like that most of the time. So that was like really pulling from my own experience with that one. But I also really like the hungry one. That one's really cute. And then the sneaky one was really fun to draw. So I think I'm just gonna take a couple of these and actually bring them to a more finished version of them. I may go back and redo the laughing one. I'm not totally happy with that one. And the heart one, I may revisit that. And we're not even gonna talk about the Halloween one. That one just did not work out at all. But I also ended up doodling a little server icon as well as a potential server banner if we get the certain amount of boost that you need for a server to have a server banner. So did some of that. But yeah, I think I'm gonna take about 8 or so of these and bring them to a final version. We have a list of 8 for me to do in the Notion, so I'm gonna pick out the ones that I really want to take to a finish or redraw and then start doing that digitally. But this was really fun to sketch out and kind of nail down this more, I guess, like chibi-esque or like anime-esque style that I don't typically draw in, but this was super fun. Maybe I'll become an emo artist, who knows? For my canvas, I just set up a simple 1500 by 1500 pixel square canvas with 300 DPI, I think. I started off with the generic wave/high emotes, picking a default textured pen brush from Clip Studio Paint for a more textured look for the whole emote. For the line art, I focused on making the emotion clear and readable from farther away because the emotes will end up being a super sized down. I think it's like 128 pixel by 128 pixels, so continually zooming in and out to see the drawing at a smaller size was key to making things clear and work as a Discord emote. And I think the most difficult emotion for me to depict in a simple way was probably the thumbs up emote. Something about the thumb was difficult to make read at a smaller size without looking more scandalous like a middle finger, so I really had to exaggerate the silhouette of the thumb to make it more readable as a thumb. So basically shifting my my first sketch of a more like straight on thumb to more of a silhouette thumb to make it more readable as an actual thumb and not something more offensive. I definitely flipped back to my inspiration and references a lot to see how other artists have depicted these emotions on a smaller scale. This was super helpful for getting a starting point for my emotes, and I felt like it really improved a lot of the initial sketches. For colors, I knew I wanted to keep it simple and readable, so I stuck with only a handful of colors and some basic cell shading to make the emotes pop a bit more. So as I'm working on these emotes, I just want to mention that this video is sponsored by my patrons. So since this video is coming out the day that we open the tiers, I just want to take some time to say thank you and talk about all the different benefits and fun stuff going on there. So the cookie jar tier is my favorite tier. It's also the only tier on the Patreon right now, but for $2 a month, you get behind the scenes and early access to upcoming art and comic projects, and also get the behind the scenes look into this YouTube channel. This tier also gives you access to Shay's Kitchen, an art-focused Discord server for our community, including the sketchbook club, where I post a new prompt every week for all of us to create a sketchbook page or spread inspired by that prompt, share our work, and get into a better drawing habit and mindset with your sketchbook. You'll be able to see other people's spreads, post your own, and just bond over the love of sketchbooking. This server also includes a critique corner, art resources, an art challenges area if you're feeling brave, and these patron sponsor segments will also continue to be a thing. Patrons will be able to vote on a little doodle challenge for me to show during the sponsored video, so if you're interested in that, you can check it out. I think I may have a poll up right now on the Patreon, so check that out if you want. So if you're interested in getting to vote on these doodle challenges, see the behind the scenes of this channel and my artwork, join Shay's Kitchen, and get back into sketchbooking, you can check out the Patreon today. And if you can't sign up right now, but you still want to participate in the sketchbook club, you can still access the weekly prompts for free on my Patreon as a free member. The prompts will be posted visible to any tier level, free or paid member. You just won't be able to access the Discord. So huge thank you to anyone who has signed up so far. I hope you guys enjoy all the benefits that we have to offer, and I can't wait to chat with you in the Discord. We have a limited amount of slots right now because we aren't sure how we're gonna manage some things, but hopefully we'll be able to expand soon. However, before I got too far into the coloring phase, I wanted to check that the image file would work and that I wasn't improperly formatting my images. So cute! Actually seeing the emotes in their actual like context with the dark background of the server, seeing it in the emote gallery, and seeing the size that it shows on desktop and mobile was super helpful in improving the emotes even more and really get better at creating them. It also made me create them a lot faster, knowing that most of the small details are unnecessary, so these really didn't take that long to create. Probably within a couple hours I had like all of them done. But let me know if you guys have any emote recommendations or just silly ideas, and I would love to try creating them. Moving on from the emotes that I made, I also wanted to create a Discord banner for the server. So staying with the same style, I thought it'd be cute to draw Steven, my boyfriend, but also the editor for this channel, co-manager of the Patreon and Discord, and pretty much all around amazing dude. I wanted to draw us in a baking scene together, sort of referencing back to a digital painting that I did last year, but in this cuter style to match the emotes to make everything a bit more cohesive. This piece was super fun to illustrate, and I really enjoyed keeping things simple with the character designs, environments, and exaggerating the shapes of some objects. It finally felt like this more cartoony style was becoming my own, and it was a refreshing break from the more laborious art projects I've been working on lately, with a painting class I'm taking, with challenging homework, and having a bit of a rough start getting back into comic work. This small illustration made me think, oh yeah, art is fun. It doesn't always have to be super challenging to stretch my skills all the time. I can work in a comfortable zone to recharge for more difficult or demanding projects and connect back to why I love creating and designing worlds and characters. I know it seems pretty obvious, but as someone who's an intense perfectionist, always wanting to improve, and this being my job, there's more pressure, so it's definitely a necessary reminder to myself. Anyways, all of this to say, a huge thank you to Steven for helping me develop this server. He was actually the one to pretty much do all of the heavy lifting of learning the developer mode and setting up different channels and learning how to format things. And I don't think I could have launched the server without his help. So thank you so much, Steven. And if you're ever in the server, make sure to say thank you to him too with a little matcha emoji. And there is the finished banner and the finished emotes. I hope you all enjoyed this video and seeing the behind the scenes of designing these Discord assets. So thank you so much to all my patrons for supporting this channel, the creation of this video, and upcoming art projects. If you're interested in seeing more of my art, joining the Discord, and using these emotes, you can check out my links in the description. And if you're looking for free access to the Sketchbook Club prompts without the Discord, you can sign up for the Patreon for free as a free member and have access to all the new prompts as they post. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.